Morning, welcome back to Veg Clipart. We're up at the allotment today. It's a lovely blue sky morning. We've got one of those rare days where the sun's out and the rest of the week's just pouring with rain. So I thought I'd pop up, do a bit of videoing. I want to plant out the garlic and just show you the state of the allotment if you leave it for a while. If you're new to this game, you know, what can happen if you don't stay on top of things at this time of year. Anyway, have a quick look at the view. You can probably see me holding the camera up, but yeah, it's really nice today. Anyway, let's have a look around the plot, shall we? I'll spin you around. So as you can see, grass all needs sorting out. Some of the fruit trees, I think the pears I can probably prune a bit later on, but the plum and the damson, they'll have to be done next year. This bed here, yeah, all a bit sad, this bed. It's got some kale in it, Cavolo Nero and Black Magic kale, so that all needs I could take some of that home, I think, but the bed needs sorting out. The flower bed, totally going over now. We've still got some nice little antirrhinums here, but yeah, Californian poppies, dahlias, sunflowers, most of it's all come to an end. Although look at this, this is the curry plant, which I planted earlier in the year. That's looking lovely. You can really smell it actually. It really smells of curry, it's amazing. Right, main bed really needs a weed. That's one thing at this time of year. If you're thinking of just putting the allotment on hold, get up, make sure you do your weeding. Another thing is to make sure your things like netted beds and so on are still upright, and also be prepared to come up when it snows, you know, and get the snow off, as it can really weigh down on nets and fruit cages and things and damage them. So yeah, anyway, this one really again needs weeding. Probably going to have most of that out, I think. And then we've got the what is this again? This is the claret, broccoli claret, which I'm not really that impressed with. It's an F1. I'm sure it's going to come to something, but it's got so big. What I need is one of those walking cages, I think. That'd be really good here, and then I can put all my brassicas and things into a cage, and that would just make it much easier for me. Right. Few more of the flowers here. These are still antirrhinums, snapdragons. They're doing okay, but coming to an end. Beetroot, got some lovely beetroot to harvest. I think these are all been sown in 3s and 4s and things, but yeah, got some lovely ones here. This is I can't remember the name. I'll put it on the screen, but yeah, really nice goldeny orange ones. Leeks coming on, but again, more weeding. Bean structures to take down, because these will just rot if you leave them in the ground, the bamboo cane, so they've got to come out. These leeks are doing okay. Now these are the Trail of Tears beans, if you remember that we harvested some when they were green, but now they are dried and all going nice and black, and you can see here lovely little beans. So I'm going to harvest all of these, take this structure down too, weed this leek bed. They're all coming on nicely, but again, all this structure's got to come out. So quite a lot to do there. And then finally, where I think I'm going to put the garlic today, I want to get this structure out, get this weeded, and get the garlic in there. So yeah. Oh, and I had this big surprise. I had totally forgotten when last year, I totally forgot what was in the shed. So I opened the shed today, and guess what I've left in here? Lots and lots of squash. These are Crown Prince and Blue Hokkaido. So yeah, all these have got to go home. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 squash there, which will need to go back home with the others. Okay, right, let's get the garlic out, shall we? They're in here. Oh. These are from last year. These are a mixture of white Casablanca and pink Germador. I've got previous videos of me planting these, but yeah, these are from last year, so they're still looking good. So I've got 2 bunches. These are the white Casablanca. Just put them down there, and I think I've got some in here. I've got some pink Germador. Oh no, these are the white Casablanca, sorry. Yeah, they're the white Casablanca. You can see how white these are, lovely. And these pink Germador have got this sort of striping on, which is from the pink when they were originally harvested, but they are no longer pink, obviously it's just faded. But right, okay, let's get the gear together. weed this bed and get on and plant these garlic. Yeah, bamboo canes, not cheap, are they? And they don't last. If you leave them in the ground over winter, they'll rot off on the ends and also get weaker throughout. And yeah, they're great, aren't they? But yeah, don't last forever, so you've got to look after them. This was quite good, this plastic sort of trellising you can get in the garden centre. Good for growing beans up. Just hook through, slide through your canes to keep it upright and so on. But yeah, lasts for season after season. So I found this quite useful this year. Right, I think that's got all of that done. And the good thing about weeding this time of year is generally, not all the time obviously, but generally most of these haven't got seeds on and they're just very, very young plants. So these can all go on the compost. Just sprinkle them in there, they'll rot down and dry out. A few more, and the rest. Great, that's good. Right, let's get on, tinker the top of this bed and get these garlic ready. And as I say, I've got two types here, the white Casablanca, pink Germador, and for those of you new to garlic, I mean I've done other videos on it, but if you're new and this is the first video, I'm going to try and get your garlic from a reputable source, probably a garden centre at least, but try not to grow it from, you know, cloves and things that you get from the supermarket, because you're not guaranteed A, that they're suitable for growing where you are, but also that whether they're disease free and so on, because generally when you buy them from, you know, a garden centre, or say, I think there's a garlic farm on the Isle of Wight, you can buy them from them, they're generally guaranteed to be disease free, so you'll get better garlic. Plus also the garlic cloves will be bigger. Let me just put this in the compost, because sort of what you're aiming for is you want to break apart your garlic into the individual cloves on the day you're going to plant them if you can. Try not to do it, you know, days in advance, because they sort of dry out. So yeah, if you do it on the day you want to plant them, and also try also, oh, I'm always dropping something in one of these videos, aren't I? Try and grow the largest cloves. So out of this bulb you'll get lots of cloves, but some of them will be tiny, and it's just best worth cook with those, to be honest, or it's not worth planting them. Anyway, so yeah, this is what we're aiming for. Lots of lovely garlic cloves. So I'll separate out a few bulbs, work out how many we're going to plant, and then yeah, get them in the ground. Got the little rake here. I'm just going to give it a little rake over just to even the surface out a bit. Right, there we are, that's good. Right, I've got a dibber somewhere, hang on. Yeah, got a handy dibber. If you don't know what a dibber is, I think I've mentioned this before, it's just something you poke holes in the ground so you can put things in to plant them. So it's just a handy little tool. Right, I just want to work out how many we can get in a row here, because you don't want them too tight together. So what I'm probably going to do is do them about a dibber, or this dibber, length apart. So this is what I suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 inches apart. So I'm just going to do that. You don't have to poke holes in the ground really with garlic, as long as the ground's soft enough. But yeah, just a shallow little hole. And so if we just measure that out, I've got about 4 per row. If you imagine the garlic bulb will get that big and the leaf will come up, so that should give it plenty of room, I think. You can plant them closer together. I think you just might get slightly smaller bulbs. And then if we space them apart again and we do them like that, so like 1, 2. You don't want to see me dipping all these holes, do you? I'll get on, work this out, and then we'll get on and planting. Right, I've got that bed done. What we've got a row, actually I changed it, I didn't do 4, it wasn't quite enough, so I've done a row of 5 by 12. So we've got sort of 60 in this bed. Now last year I think, where am I? There I am. Yeah, last year I think I planted 67 of each variety. So this year we'll round it off to 60. But we've got some lovely cloves here. I mean, look at the size of this. This is a monster. Really good. So yeah, you can, if you get sort of good stock to start with and you don't get any kind of disease or anything like that, you can save your own cloves for, and your own bulbs for growing again next year, which I've been doing. This is this will be the third year I've been growing from this stock, so I haven't had to grow any more garlic for sort of the last 2 years. So first few I bought from the garden centre, and then 2 years, so they've all been free, as long as you grow enough of them, that is. And I found for me and our family that's about 60 bulbs, so 60 cloves planted, and then I get 60 bulbs. And we've still got lots hanging up in the kitchen, still going to take some home. Right, so choose the biggest ones you can. Obviously, yeah, make sure that you put this end, the flat end, in the ground and this pointy end up, so it just goes in just below the surface. That's how I do it, just like that. So each one goes in. Just push it in gently. Oh, did I put that one in the wrong way around? Yeah, there you go, not paying attention. So yeah, put that in just like that. Right. Well, that's got all of those in. So I've got, yeah, 5 rows, 6 rows of 5 of each one, which means I've got about 30 of each. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a few little canes here, and then I'm going to put them in the ground just to show which side is which. So that side is the white Casablanca, and this side the pink Germador. So if I just stick that in there, I will know that, you know, what's what. And then all you do then, obviously, is you've just got to, you know, cover them over. Won't need to water them in. The ground is plenty damp enough. Yeah, as I say, they just need periods of cold to make the bulbs form. There we are. Right, one little job done, which feels good. Good to get the bed cleaned out, all the stuff put away, and some garlic in the ground. And I shall be putting making a note of this in the record book. Actually, I want to mention that, say thank you so much to everybody who's bought one. It's really good, really pleased. I'd really love to know how you're getting on with them. I'm going to do a video very soon on how I've been using mine and show you all the results from it. All the numbers, how much money we've saved, how much money we've spent, yeah, what crops we've harvested, and all that sort of weights and things. And they'll be starting a new one very soon for next year, because actually this lot of garlic will go into the new record book for next year. And they make a great present, and also great for yourself for planning all your crops throughout the growing season. And actually I've got a little special going. I'm afraid it's just for people in the UK, but yeah, I'm going to be giving away a little seed folder, but it's going to be full of my heirloom tomato seeds. So if you're interested in that and you buy a record book, you'll get a pack of heirloom tomato seeds for free, just thrown in. I'm not selling the seeds, I'm giving them away, so there are no guarantees on them. I think there'll be maybe 10 varieties in there, so you get a really nice sort of choice of tomatoes if you want to try them out. So yeah, head over to my website, and if you purchase a record book until the offer runs out, I'll just keep running until I run out of tomato seeds. Yeah, then I'll also pop a packet of tomato seeds in there for you as well. Right, so that's that lot done. Now I want to get over here and harvest some of these beans before they get too damp, because while they're dry is the best time to harvest them. If you leave them too long, they split, the seeds fall out, and they just get too mouldy and so on. So now's the time to have these Trail of Tears beans out. So what I'm doing is just pulling the dried bean pods off the old plants here. And yeah, these Trail of Tears beans, really good, dual sort of usage really. You can eat them green and you can eat them dried. So if we pop open one of these pods, you will see, as long as they don't all fall out, they've got little beans in, little black beans, as I said earlier. And you can do a couple of things with these. You can dry them out depod them, dry them out in your kitchen at home, and then jar them up and save them for next year so you can regrow them. That's a really good thing about them. Or you can dry them out, put them on a tray, put them in the freezer, and then freeze them for a couple of weeks, and then take them out and then dry them again a bit. It's all very easy, and then just jar it up and you can use them in soups and stews. But obviously you won't be able to grow them, I don't think, if you've frozen them. They might do, but I'm not sure. But the reason I freeze them is because sometimes dried beans and so on can get weevils in, can't they? And so basically what the freezing process does is kill them off. And I suppose what the eye doesn't see, the heart doesn't worry about. And then these are really good in soups and stews throughout the winter. But yeah, save some for growing for next year. They're really worth trying if you can get hold of the seeds. They're Trail of Tears beans. Okay, right, that sort of about wraps it up for this week. As I say about the record book and the tomato seeds, if you're in the UK and you'd like to get some free heirloom tomato seeds for next year, just purchase a record book, and as soon as it's ready, I'll post them out together. Okay, till then, hope you have a lovely week and weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.